What are you doing here?
Oh my gosh. Who are you?
I'm Foxy, and I'm so cool and stuff.
Oh my gosh. You look really cool. And, oh my gosh.
I know, just shh. I know it looks like I'm stabbing people, but calm down.
Oh, okay.
Oh, um, I didn't see you there. This is a bit awkward. I'm just gonna. I was just about to. Um, I was gonna put these. I was gonna put these back, cause I was role playing. Okay. Um, don't get it twisted. I was. Anyways, yes. Welcome, welcome one and all to the show where we do the funny stuff. I just realized I'm not even wearing my headphones. Whoops. Sorry about that. But yes, um, welcome to the show where we do the funny, right? Um, see what you just saw there. You didn't see that. See, I was just playing with my toys. I have to, cause it's fun. I like toys. You would probably guess. This is not plush talking. This is this is spider spider Sora talking. I see. I have the Sora thing, and then I have the see. I have the crown. I have the crown. Look, I got the crown. Oh my gosh, I got the crown. And then I got Spider-Man. Um, so I think I'm Spider-Man's son. I don't know what cosplay we would call this. The the homeless Spider-Man. Spider-Man homeless. Homeless Spider-Man. That should be the new Spider-Man movie. I would watch that. But yes, today we're here to rank Fazbear Frights stories because I have nothing else better to do. Welcome back. Look, it's been a while. It's actually a few days later, as you may have guessed. The lighting's a little different. Sorry about that. The reason is because at the time I recorded that first bit, I actually didn't read all the stories. But now I have. It's a few, probably weeks later. I have no idea. How long it's been. But right now we're gonna go into the stories, um, as they were released. So we're not just gonna rank them like like tier list or whatever. Just like top 30 stories. No. We're gonna rank them as they were released. It's kind of weird because for me it's left to right, but for you guys it's other way. It's weird. But anyways, we're gonna start off. Oh god, I have a pile of books here. I hope they don't fall over. Okay. Um, we have the first book, which is Into the Pit. As you can see right here, this is the first Fazbear Frights book to ever release. And quite frankly, I think this is a pretty good start to the series here. Um, so the first cover story is Into the Pit. As you can see, you got Spring Bonnie on the cover there. For you non-FNaF fans, that's Spring Bonnie. He's cool. um, but yeah, so this one was pretty good. The cover story, Into the Pit, decent, for a first story, it's pretty good. It really ties into the hold on, my freaking mask is wanted to come down. There we go. It really ties into the murders that happened in the game. It kind of expanded upon that, but in in a different way. I do think it's weird that the Spring Bonnie wanted to be the kid's dad. Like that was kind of weird, but you know, it's pretty good. You know, I really enjoyed it. Especially the part where frickin' Spring Bonnie's like, let me demonstrate what he was like. Hold on. He was kind of like this. When Oswald first saw him, it's kind of like this. Do I look intimidating? Be honest. No, frick, my hood's in the way. Oh, Spider-Man! See, this is why I wear the hood. That way I don't have to see my bald head. But yeah, Into the Pit. Pretty good. Yeah, so we're just gonna skip right ahead. We're gonna try and do this fast, because there's quite a bit of stories, so bear with me for a second here. Okay. To Be Beautiful. It's the second story in the book. Let me see if I can get it. Hold on. This is the mask is really blurry, so I have to really concentrate. Okay, right here. Okay. To Be Beautiful is right here. The second story in Into the Pit. Not a fan of this one. I'm gonna be real. I do think the concept of the necklace thing with the whole like, don't take off the necklace or else you're gonna frickin' die or whatever. Pretty cool. I feel like it could have gone better, but you know, not one of my favorites. And then Count the Ways, the third and last story in the book. I'm not gonna frickin' look for it because that's a waste of time, but Count the Ways was actually really good. I did like that one. Full Time Freddy was pretty funny in that one. Don't mess with feelings, Freddy. I know, but pretty good. So overall, this book has some pretty good stories. Two out of 3 stories were good for this one. Personally, I liked them a lot, and yeah, personally, one of my favorites. So I'm just gonna. Wow, that was a really average throw. But anyways, yeah, this is kind of awkward. I've never done this before, so bear with me. Book number 2 is Fetch. Which is the second, Fazbear Frights book that came out. You can see I got it from Target. Leak right there. Target. You see that? Yeah, I got it from Target. So most of these I got from Target. So yeah, for some reason Target has this like really weird sticker that they put on their books. I don't get why they do that, but they do. It's really annoying, especially when you have to peel them off to have the actual cover, and it's really infuriating. But anyways, yeah, Fetch. Cover story for Fetch, which is obviously Fetch. I liked it. I personally really enjoyed it. It was really good. I like the concept of Fetch. I like that he can do more stuff than just kind of be a robot that can walk around and all that, He can text people, which is pretty cool. And he can also fetch you stuff, and that's why his name is Fetch, because he can fetch you stuff. Like, say, if you want like a pencil or something, like, oh, I want a pencil, and you text that to him, and he comes over, and he brings it to you. So, pretty cool. The only problem is that he takes things very literally, so you have to be kind of careful with what you say, because if it's like something like, oh, I really want like this bully dead, like something like really bad like that, like I want this person dead, I hate him. Fetch will literally kill him, so gotta be careful. But overall, it's good. And then Lonely Freddy is the second story. Lonely Freddy, it's fine. I didn't really care for it. It was pretty mid, honestly. But it was still an alright story. I liked the concept. Not good execution, but overall it's fine, I guess. And then Out of Stock is the third story. Do I really need to talk about Out of Stock? I feel like if I just put a video on screen, it'll show you basically what the story's about. Yeah. S tier. S tier story. Just because Plush Trap got ran over by a frickin' train, S tier story, my guy. That was poggers. I don't usually use that word, but it was. You guys gotta read it to believe it, cause honestly, this book right here, just because I'm out of stock, S tier. I don't care about your opinion. Oh, did it fall? No. Okay. Anyway, as I was about to say, I don't care about your opinion. Out of stock is an S tier story. Anyways, book 3, 1:35 a.m. and already this cover is looking pretty submissive and breedable. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I can contain myself. Oh, sorry. I forgot. I spaced out for a minute there. This cover was looking pretty. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So the first story. Frickin', I'm trying to angle this right. First cover story, 1:35 a.m. Pretty boring. Pretty mid. Actually, it's kind of worse than mid. Little bit. Honestly, I didn't really care for it. The antagonist just kind of goes away, gets thrown out, and then we never see it again, physically. The main character just hallucinates that it's alive. What was wrong with her? I do not know. But yeah, pretty mid. I forgot. I probably should be ranking these. Because I literally said in the freaking community post I was going to rank these. Okay, so Into the Pit is S tier. To Be Beautiful is around like a B or a C. Count the Ways is S. Fetch is S. Lonely Freddy's like C, or B. Yeah, Lonely Freddy's a B. Out of Stock is S. This one right here, 1:35 a.m. I'm gonna give this story a straight up C. Like C tier story right here. Like it's the most C tierest story I've ever read. Then the second story is Room for One More. That one was actually good. I did like that one. That one was pretty good. Essentially, the main plot is a guy vores mini arenas, and if you don't know what vor means, don't look it up. You will regret it, and don't search it up with images. If you do it, I'm not liable. This is what you signed up for. Good luck getting traumatized. I mean, being traumatized. You know what I mean.
What in God's name?
But anyways, yeah, 1:35 a.m. I'm going out of frame. 1:35 a.m. I mean, frick, Room for One More. See, I'm already messing up. I'm too focused on the face cam that I'm messing up. Room for One More is an A tier story. It's either A tier or B tier. Probably B tier. You know. And then the new kid has a lot of filler in it. I'm gonna be honest. Wasn't a fan of the filler. Probably the new kid is one of the longest stories in Fazbear Frights. But it was alright, you know. Freaking Golden Freddy springwalking a kid is a thing, and then people are arguing that Golden Freddy has two spirits inside of him now, and the lore is all convoluted again. But you know what? It's fine, because you know what I'm going to rank this one? I'm going to rank the new kid A, B. B tier, so good luck arguing with me in the comments. Okay, book 4. Yes, 4. Okay. Book 4, Step Closer. Step Closer itself, cover story, very, very good. I will admit, this one is really good. Not the best, obviously, but it's pretty good. It's up there. It's up there with Into the Pit. It's up there with the other stories that are currently on the S tier. Step Closer, definitely an A. Definitely an A. Yeah, Foxy putting a curse on a boy and he dies. Was it real? I don't know. Okay, Dance With Me is the second story in Step Closer. Dance With Me. That one is pretty mid. I'm gonna be honest, that one is pretty mid. It's like a C or a D. Personally, I think it's a D. It's the first time it gets mentioned that Circus Baby's Pizza World is a real place and you know it's functioning at freaking the real world. But it's a freaking C tier story or D. I'm gonna have to be honest, probably like a C. And then Coming Home. I really don't want to explain that one, but I have to, aren't I? Well, it's just basically the kid that died inside Chica. That lore gets expanded upon, and it wasn't one of my favorites. I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this if any of you are FNaF fans and read the stories. Coming Home is E tier. I really didn't like it. I was getting bored while reading it, literally. So that's that. Those are my opinions on the book 4 stories. Now we're gonna go ahead and go on to book 5, which is Bunny Call. Cover story Bunny Call. Good one. Very, very good. Definitely S tier story right here. It's very reminiscent of the actual FNaF games, you know, Survive from 12 to 6 a.m. That sort of thing. It's really this right here. This face right here. This is potential. Put him in an actual FNaF game. If I don't see him in freaking Help Wanted 2, I'm gonna be pissed. Alright? I'm gonna be very, very pissed. But this guy right here, I like him. I like him. He's cool. S tier. Then we got In the Flesh. Second story in book 5. This one. I don't even know if I should explain that one. I feel like you should Google it yourself, because it's a doozy. I'll say that. All I'll say is somebody gives birth to a baby Springtrap, and yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. That one is like a C. I mean, Springtrap's in it, it's cool, but like, you know. Man in Room 1280, that's an S. Man in Room 1280 is an S tier, or Man in Room 12880 or 0. Now it's an S. That's an S. William Afton in the hospital, and at the end he explodes. How could I not say that's a bad story? that's S tier potential. Anyways, book number 6. Yes, 6. Blackbird. I mean, you already can see the freaking cover of this book. It's intimidating as frick. You already know. But, anyways, book number 6, Blackbird, cover story. I didn't care for it. It's kind of mid. I'd say it's like a C tier. Not much FNaF is in it. I don't think that much lore anyway. But Blackbird, not a favorite. It's probably like in C tier. The Real Jake is a pretty good one. The second story in this one. Real Jake, pretty good. A tier. Which is the Real Jake is a prequel to the Stitch Race Stingers at the end of every book. So, if you'll notice at the end of every book, let me see if I can get it right here. Come on. Yeah, so at the end of every book, there's like black pages right here. That's a different story entirely. Prequel. It's a prequel to those black pages at the end of every book. It's awesome. It's really good. And then Hide and Seek was good up until the ending. I do think that Hide and Seek was good up until the ending. So essentially, a guy gets followed by Shadow Bonnie. Shadow Bonnie is constantly behind him. He's not behind me right now, is he? You better not be. Hide and Seek was good up until the ending. Essentially, the ending is, he impales himself in order to get rid of Shadow Bonnie instead of like actually like leaving or beating the game or like losing that, and he could have survived that way without having to. He could have got rid of Shadow Bonnie without dying. He could have just done that, but instead he was like, "Nah, man, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna impale myself on the back just so I can have the comfort of winning." Protagonist is freaking stupid, bro. Anyways, book 7. We're flying through this somehow. I don't know how, but we're doing it. Book 7, The Cliffs. And you can already tell from the cover, the first story is gonna be pretty wild. Anyways, The Cliffs cover story is about a single father, and the wife passes away after giving birth to their one and only son. His name is Tyler. And I'll admit, this one's pretty sad. The cover story for this one right here, pretty dang sad, man. It has to do with Tyler goes missing, but also like the father buys him the tag-along Freddy plush that can alert parents as to what is going on. And as you can already tell, I'm not going to be summarizing every story. If you want to know what happens, either read the book your dang self, or just Google a summary. That's really simple as that. But anyways, yeah. So this one right here is pretty dang depressing. It has to do with suicide and all that, which is a very serious topic. Just for that, I don't know if it's that good. I'd probably say it's like a B tier. It's one of the shorter stories, but it's still a B tier in my opinion. And then the second story in the freaking ending, I gotta freaking tug on my mask because it is freaking annoying me. There we go. Second story in the book, I gotta sneeze. Oh god. So the second story in this book is called The Breaking Wheel. That one was really good. I enjoyed that one quite a bit. It has to do with a lot of exoskeletons and like kind of, you know, tying into the spring lock suits that were mentioned in the games. Pretty dang good. The antagonist in that story is actually a human and is not a robot or some kind of sentient ghost or whatever. It's an actual human. So gotta give props to them for being original, you know. I know Blora is technically a human animatronic, but it's a freaking human antagonist. Literal human antagonist in that one, so pretty good for that, just for that. And then he told me everything. Not really, it's pretty mid. But it's still good. It's still good in its own way. I still kind of like it, even though Fazgoo is a thing, and it's a weird concept. Go look into it yourself. I'm not freaking explaining it here because I just don't want to. But yeah, it's pretty decent, I guess. And it's, what tier is it? I would say it's probably like, I don't know, B tier, I guess. Okay, number 8. Book number 8. Gumdrop Angel, and this cover already is... How is there not, like... Come on. Anyways, book 8, Gumdrop Angel, cover story. It's fine, I guess. Yeah, I guess it's like another B tier story. It has to do with like a weird genetic gumdrop nose that somebody eats and then they turn into something like this. And then the main protagonist gets eaten alive by children at the end. So, I mean, you can take that however you want, but it's still gonna be a B tier. Sergio's Lucky Day, which is the second story in the book. That one, pretty alright, I guess. That one's, is it better than Gumdrop Angel? That's the question. A little bit. I'll give Sergio's Lucky Day like an A tier. It's pretty good. And then What We Found, that one's an S. The third story, What We Found, that's an S tier. Excuse me. The third story, What We Found, I don't keep freaking saying it, is literally a love letter to FNaF 3. So if you like FNaF 3, you're gonna love What We Found. You're gonna love that one. That one's really, really good. So, yeah, that's my opinion on that one. Alright, book number 9. The Puppet Carver. I know, you're already thinking, oh, golly gosh. What kind of twisted story are they gonna give us with this cover right here? You see this cover right here? That pretty spooky, right? Pretty dang spooky with the puppets and all that on the front cover. They're not the main antagonist. They're just not in the story. So if you were hoping for these guys to kill somebody, well, you're not gonna see that in this one, because actually, this one's main antagonist is Fazgoo again. Are you freaking kidding me? They could have chose literally they have the freaking inspiration right here. And they were just like, yeah, let's do Fazgoo again. That'll be a good idea. No, it's not. Okay, like, don't reuse things that have already been established. I know the Stitch Race Stingers do that, but at least it's creative when they do it. This is just lazy. The story's not even that good, so I'm giving this one like a D tier, just for Fazgoo coming back. And then whoops, I almost dropped the freaking book. Jump for Tickets. That's the second story in this book. That one is pretty good. I'll give that an S. Jump for Tickets is a pretty decent story, or a pretty great story actually. I feel like it could be a real thing that could really happen. Essentially, it's about like you think like like the ticket booth at Chuck E. Cheese, where like you go into it and then like hold on, let me put the book down for this. Like you go into it and there's like a bunch of tickets flying around everywhere, and you gotta do all this. You gotta grab in all the tickets to get them and all that. Basically, that's what it is, but like Freddy Fazbear's. And then the guy gets like. There's a kid who really wants something for extra tickets, and he's jealous because the kids get more tickets than the adults or whatever. And then he goes under the thing to try and reprogram it, but he gets stuck, and then he dies because the kids in the thing jump on the freaking, because you have to jump on in the thing you have to jump on like a platform, and that's what makes the tickets all come down. So yeah, it kills him and crushes him. Pretty good. And then the last story in this one is Pizza Kit. Not a favorite. Actually, it's like one of my least favorite stories. F tier for Pizza Kit. Literally just F tier. I hated it. Essentially, somebody gets baked into a pizza, and then the protagonist imagines everything that happens afterwards. So, I'm not really a fan. I'm not really a fan of those type of stories where it was all in the main character's head. I hate it. So, yeah, that's my opinion. Anyways, we're almost done. We got 3 books left, even though there's technically 2, but there's a third one. But we'll get into that when we get into that. Number 10 is Friendly Face. Does this face look friendly? If you said yes, then you'd be correct. So essentially, a robot cat gets built, and it has the face of the protagonist's friend, because he had like a mixture of both of their DNA, because Fazbear Entertainment makes companionship cats or something. If your cat has died, frickin' Fazbear Entertainment's like, we'll replace it with a robot version. All you gotta do is send in a DNA sample of your pet, and there you go. The thing is, he sent in a DNA sample of both of them when they got hit by a car, so... Honestly, this one is pretty good. I'd give it like an A tier. Friendly Face is pretty good. Sea Bonnies, which is the second story in this book. I know I keep saying that, but I hope you're on track with me. Don't lose track of what's going on, okay? Just bear with me. Sea Bonnies, not really that good, I want to be honest. It's another one of those weird stories where Sea Bonnies get vored by the main protagonist somehow. That one's like a C tier, or a D tier, probably D tier. And then Together Forever is actually pretty good. I'll give that one an A tier. Basically, it's about 2 prom queen princess winning school prom, school prom winning queens or princesses or whatever. Or in robotics class, and they are working on a Springlock animatronic, which if you already know, if you've played the games, that's a big no-no. So, you know, they end up in the spring-lock animatronic, and it kills them, and their faces are looking at each other from side to side, watching each other forever, together forever. That's why it's called Together Forever, because they're both inside the robot. Pretty good. So that's my opinion on that one. And then the final physical book that are in the series is book 11, Prankster. Prankster itself, cover story, really good. Really enjoyed it. It's implied that the main antagonist is Glitch Trap, and if you already know, if you already know me personally, I love Glitch Trap as a FNaF character. He is just peak character design. I love him. I want to be corrupted by him. Don't take that as me simping for him, because I'm not simping. I just want to be corrupted by him. Anyways, yeah, Prankster is a really good story. S tier. Kids at Play is a weird one. I'm gonna be honest. Kids at Play is a pretty dang weird one. It's about you know those like those green guys on the side of the road that they hold like a flag, and they say like slow down or something. I'll put a picture of them like maybe up here, like yeah up here, so you'll get what I'm saying. But that is the main antagonist. That right there, that is the main antagonist of that story. I won't even go into how it happens. I want you to read it for yourself to know how that happens. Because I'm not explaining it here. You'll have to find out for yourself how that works. And then, Find Player 2, which is the last story of Prankster, is actually really good. I know a lot of people are mixed about that one, but Find Player 2 is actually really, really good. Essentially about somebody gets like, you know those like play tubes that some Chuck E. Cheese locations used to have. I don't know if they still have them, but used to have like they had like the play tunnels where you can like crawl around in the tunnels and stuff when you're like little and stuff. It's basically a game version of that at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Somebody gets left behind in there for like years and years, and there's like a serial killer that may have some lead to that and all. But yeah, it's pretty good. I rate Find Player 2 an S, and I don't believe I ranked Kids at Play, but Kids at Play, for me personally, is a B tier story. So yeah, and then we're gonna go over the last book, which I don't have physically, but believe me, it does exist. Number 12, Felix the Shark. I'll post a picture, like, let's do it up here this time, because this side hasn't been used before. Let's do it up here. So, Felix the Shark itself, the cover story for Felix the Shark, it's pretty alright. Not one of my favorites, though. I feel like it's a C tier story, but it's pretty good. I like the character of Felix the Shark. He's pretty cool. And then you got The Scoop, which is the second story in the book. That one is a pretty crazy one. And that one, essentially, the FNaF fans are canon to the lore. Don't know how that works. That one, for me personally, I haven't even read that one. I literally just read a summary about that one. But from what it sounds kind of like a D tier story, even though Scott Cawthon himself wrote it. Fun fact. But yeah, D tier story. I'm sorry. And then You Are the Band, probably like an E tier story, basically about a kid who gets possessed by a Freddy mask or something, and then Michael Afton is freaking there for some reason. I don't know why he's there, but he's there. Yeah. That's probably like an E tier story. And that, my friends, is the tier list for every single Fazbear Frights story. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know if I missed any by chance. I don't think I did, but just let me know if I missed anything or whatever. And all the Stitch Wraith stingers before I freaking forget and be like, and have people be in the comments be like, oh, you forgot the Stitch Wraith stingers. Blah, 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 blah. I love it. The Stitch Wraith stinger stuff is S tier. I love it. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna head on out of here because my job here is done. I've ranked all the Fazbear Fright stories in my opinion on best to worst. At least in like tier, rank tier things. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Please give a like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys want to see more from this channel, please hit the bell. And let me know if you guys want to see more face cam videos, because I will definitely be able to do that. Yeah, I'll be able to do it. Now, obviously, me being homeless Spider-Man, I'll be able to do all that. And yes, Homeless Spider-Man is going to be a character on the channel. Don't think I'm just going to be a one-time thing. I'm coming back, okay? I know I sound just like Plush, but you know what? You know what? It's fine, because we share the same conscience. It's whatever. But anyways, I'm going to head on out of here. And I'll see all you friendly people next time. Alright? Bye. I'm going to put some dirt in your eye.